Hey Dave, what's going on? What's up, Tom? Well, good news. The black rams I thought had been killed are not killed, but they're not doing well. I finally found them, and they were hiding. One of them was my pure black too, so I'm trying to save them. I got the pure black, and I don't know where the other one went, but they keep bullying them up into a corner. So these two are trying to take this whole 55-gallon tank, which is not going to happen. And now I gotta. So I wasn't gonna do anything with this tank today, but I think there it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna chase them around. It's gonna stress them more. I got the mama, potential mama, in there. So I gotta get them out, and I gotta find a new home for them, and I gotta find a home for my favorite fish store. They bought a bunch of betas for 8 cents, so we're gonna get this guy home. I figured, why not? I'm a sucker for a sob story. It literally had a bucket of betas, and he's like, I just don't know where I'm going to put them now. I mean, they're good. They don't put them in, they don't put them in little containers and stuff. But, they also have so many tanks. They were not supposed to get 60 beta. They were supposed to get like 20 beta. And the supplier just said, oh, they're 8 cents. We sent you a cooler full of betas. Well, they're like, great, but where are we going to put them? So they've elected to try to find them homes. And so I took this beautiful boy. They were all supposed to be crown tails too, and none of them were crown tails. This is just a little, I believe it's a double tail. We'll know more when we get it out of the package. But if you ever wondered how betas are shipped, this is how betas are shipped. It's probably not much smaller than the size that they're raised in. And that's why a lot of people don't, that's why they kind of want, betas to not be sold commercially, because this is, it's one thing to ship them this way. It's another way to, raise them that way. But, so he's been temperature acclimating for a while now. And now we're going to start water acclimating them. There you go, buddy. So let's see if you guys can get a look at them here. I look like Casio. I don't know what that means. What's that mean? And I'll have you know, you guys, do you think I gave up last night? Ugh. Hold on. Guess who got their hook working? Yeah. Doubt me. Awaiting the full story of Dad from what? There's nothing to tell. I was using the tools that the good Lord gave me, or something like that. Now I have a fully functioning hook again. Look at that, huh? Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. I fucked with it again today. I cried, I laughed, I cried some more, which is a good thing because I'm overdoing water changes today and I need to get them done. I didn't want to do the black one today, but I have to because I have to separate those fish or we're going to have dead fish. And I don't want that. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you. Hey. I'm nothing if not hillbilly smart. All right. So where's... There you are. I see you, buddy. I'm going to save you. Whether you want it or not, which you obviously don't. Where are you? Did you just lightning bolt yourself out of here? Oh man, you're not even there. You're like a ghost. You're mean. I can catch you easy because you're a fighter. You gotta quit picking on these guys. I gave you 50 gallons. Maybe I should be getting you two out of here. I don't know. I feel like I don't want them in there, but I feel like I should leave them in there because they're the ones that are actually making eggs. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a damned... Oh, I'm hearing upstairs noises. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, you know? I mean, I don't know. I like the way Tom tells the story. Maybe that's exactly what happened. All right, well, let's get started because last night I wanted to get some stuff done and I didn't get it done. So, a couple things. I'll just kind of show you what I have planned. We got to clean the golds because of that soil. All that stuff is sifting and making all my plants bad. So all those plants are coming out And then I need to go buy some soil for that, okay? We're going to clean this one, which is the blacks. We're going to clean the blacks, and they're going to reorganize stuff, maybe steal some plants from this one to put into the gold. We're going to water change the babies because they're babies, and they need to be water changed, okay? And then if we have time, we're going to do something with this because that sucks. And then at some point throughout the night, we're going to introduce this guy to you proper like. He's a handsome dude though. I like him. So his fins are a little rough. He's been in that box for that little bag. He was in that bag for over a week. You know, so he's a little beat up. He's a little jet lagged. So it's gonna be a challenge. You know, this is why fish die in shipping. You know, remember that video that I shared that Kelly made that explained a lot about fish and how they're shipped and how, you know, we like to beat on the big box stores and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they all get their fish from the same place. It was a little bit unusually fraught with danger, and it might be tonight too. In total now, betas for the fish that I didn't want to have, I have Miss Sang over there, which is now her name. I've decided. I have my one and only attempt at breeding Xena. We have Charlie. Can't forget Charlie. So that's 3. We have the male blue placket over here, so that's 4. We have our red female over here, that's 5. And now we have the new guy over here, 6. So for a guy that never wanted to have betas, I'm kind of fucking this up a little bit. Oh, they do, but that's because I think it's because they're used to living, you know, because the ones that are bred in captivity are used to living in, you know, ounces of water their entire life. So when people say betas can live that in small puddles of water, yeah, they can. That's how they're bred, but that's not how they live, you know. So yeah, I know, Emily. I'm a man of action. Honestly, I could have taken a cooler full of betas today. Problem was, they were all male. So I mean, what am I going to do with them? They're so limited. I mean, I can't put one in my lemon blue eye tank because there's way too much flow in there for them. I don't want to put them in with the rams that in the electric blue because they're very nippy. I could have put them in with the babies in the 75, or that could have been horribly backfired and all the babies would have just attacked them. I've already put betas in the gold. We've seen what's happened with that. I could have fed them all to the Jack Dempsey's, but I feel like you guys would have never talked to me again had I done that. So, and I think we know that I feel like I'm better than that. So, doesn't mean that I am. It just means that I like to think that other people think I might be. So I'm just glad I got my pump working. That was a really sad moment last night because, well, I'm trying to save money to, you know, make sure I can, well, I don't know, take care of the fish room and make sure I can, if I find stuff for the donation tanks, I want to make sure I can get it. So I'm just trying to, don't you love this? I fucking love my fish mat. I've had it for so long. I've never even talked about it, and I love it. I love it so much. It's waterproof on the back, so like it keeps all the water in. Watch Creekwood Aquatics beta unboxing video of this beta shipment. Oh yeah. Well, I just showed you the bag. I left put the beta and purposely in the bag so you can see it. Okay, you guys want to know the truth, how I fixed it? I tightened it. So the important thing here is that it works now, okay? And it's not leaking all over. So but that's how I fixed the leak. But as far as like the pump not working, I just took that apart and took my air gun to it and just blasted it with my air gun, and that seemed to do the trick. So hopefully it stayed and then it worked. Ooh, Mason over at Wet World here, for any of you that are in Minnesota, which is none of you, but sometimes a couple of you are. This is what I'm talking about. When I talk about catappa leaves and stuff like this, this is what I'm talking about. So the Seachem makes the leaves, tea bags. Fucking awesome. Literally my favorite thing. Absolute favorite thing. I just dropped 3 of them in here. They start releasing the tannins so much quicker. Yeah, you can boil it and you can release the tannins too, but you lose a lot of the tannins in the boil. So this is the way to go. If you see these, they make them in different sizes. No, they don't. They make it. They're 12 packs. They're like $16.99, so they're not cheap, but they last for months and they're fantastic. I love these so much. So when I already threw some in that tank, he hooked me up with 2 bags, so it was pretty awesome. So after we do the water changes, we'll thank Mason from Wet World, and then I'm thanking Mason now from Wet World, and then we'll make sure that we get them in some of the tanks. Yeah, Kat, honestly, that's how I fix all my pumps, is pure accident. I take them apart, and then I hope I remember where all the screws are, and then I put them back together. Well, before I put it back together, I'm usually spinning the impeller like this, and then I put them back together, and then it works. So far, I haven't had that technique fail. And I am a certified aquarium master, according to myself. So, according to me, who I trust, I know virtually everything. If you don't believe me, just ask me. A wise man I never met once said, I know everything about everything. I know everything about anything. If you don't believe me, just ask me. A wise man I never met. So we're on the 3rd release some sleep token today. It's a sleep token week. I told you it was. So if you want to know what they're all about, it's on the Discord. Link it, play it. Tom, give it a chance. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't. You like Rush, who has some of the best bass playing and guitar and drumming in the history of rock. 2, who's the drummer of Sleep Token. Just close your eyes and listen to it, man. Every album is just a master at work. It's artistry. I started listening to Sleep Token in 2018, and I heard them accidentally It literally came up on my Spotify, songs you might like, and I listened to it and I was hooked immediately. So definitely think you should check them out. Why did I get this out? I'm not using this. This is for peasants. Just kidding. So I got Miss Blackie up here. I got to get your boy in there with you before he gets beat down, because he's going to get beat down. Those two are vicious. Dude, I do not like it. Brute force was what I was trying last night, but at the end of the day, it wasn't brute force that did it. I'm yelling. It wasn't brute force that did it. It was the brains. I had to actually use my brains, which I have to use more and more lately, because as I get older, my brute force is diminishing. It's just a sad fact of life. Things hurt my tender hands. I'm a tenderfoot. Congratulations, you've reached the ranking of Pussy Willow. I almost plugged it in, but I don't have the hook where I need it. A little about a lot and a lot about a little. Wasn't that Alan Jackson song? No, that's a little about love. A little, what is it? A lot about living and a little about love. There we go. Is that it? I feel like that's it. I know some of you listen to country. I don't know, Kat. I mean, today my day at work was insane. Insane. Just busy, you know. I think it's people getting their taxes back, wanting to fix their car. And then I had a lady that wanted to just come in to fix her air conditioning under warranty, which is fine. I got no problem with it. But she's got other problems in her AC. And I get that AC is expensive because I don't want to pay for it. But the problem is she needed to repair an AC line too, or none of it was going to work. And she got mad at me because I'm like, I can't fix your car under warranty if I can't fix your car. And she didn't understand what I was trying to. She's like, well, I'm going to run out of my warranty time. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you have to fix the other part because AC is federally mandated. I can't fix it if I can't run a proper evac and recharge on the system. Jason knows that, you know, so I wasn't trying to be mean to her, but she wasn't happy with me. So she was crying on the phone. I could hear her crying, and she was trying to hide that she was crying. And I had so much empathy for her because I know how hard it is to have to buy, you know, yeah, they're not, you know. I mean, I think it was $400 just for that hose. You know, but she made the appointment. We're going to get her taken care of next week. I found, you know, we got some coupons that could help, but, you know, I know what it's like to not have money and be down. You know, it's hard to have my job sometimes because I never want to tell people that there's something wrong with their car. I hate it. I hate that part of my job so much. And I've sold 3 engines this month. 3. And 1 free one. Well, we don't know what happened. Somebody came in with one of my old high school buddies came in last week, and he came in 2 days ago. We did an oil change on his car. It's got a Dodge. Jason, you know that oil cooler in the V6 that just fails every single time, you know, aluminum plastic combo. And we did an oil change, and he left, and there was an oil trail leaving the entire parking lot. but nobody noticed it until after we left, and nobody knew it was his truck. And then he called me the next day. He's like, hey, I'm 30 miles away on the side of the road, and my car made a horrible noise and it died. We get it back in the shop. He'd lost all the oil. And we lost all the oil and realized that he had an aftermarket oil cooler in there. But you know how the oil leaks on those? It was leaking into the valley of the engine. If you got a V, it goes down into the valley. And the oil cooler, which is the part you have to put the oil filter on, is right there. So is it leaking from the oil cooler? Is it leaking from the oil? Well, everything was seated. Everything we did was right. We knew it was right. There was no way that it wasn't right. But at the end of the day, we did an oil change 32 miles ago. So we bought him an engine. So I got an engine. We're getting an engine on the way in for him, and that sucks because but it is. It's the right thing to do, and that's why I like working where I work, because we do the right thing by the customer. It's never we're not out for a fast buck. Like, I never feel like I'm selling anything when I go to work. It's literally a report card. This is what your car looks like. This is what we think it could use. This is the important stuff. What would you like to do? I can't do any of it. Great. Here's a list of the stuff it needs. Call us when you can. You know, and it's your $5,000 Doge check. Yeah, you and me both. You know, it's just about taking care of people. I don't know why I'm talking about work so much tonight. I'm sorry, guys. You don't want to hear about my work. I don't really know what started it, but I'll stop. Some pump fever. All right, we're gonna pop you in here. Oh, it's so good to have you back. I missed you for those days. I'm glad that you are back. That's all I got. I don't know the rest. It's a new song, and I already forgot the words that I wrote in my head. All right. Now, before I go fill it up, I got to get this other one out of here. I took all this stuff out in hopes it would make it a lot easier. Yep, that'll do it. Cross thread one of those things, or don't seat the gasket right. Jason, to fix one of those things is about $700, I think, if I remember correctly. They're not cheap. Question: Do you guys like that I have these big slots in there? Or do you think I should break one or both of them up? Well, I mean, you know, he was mad at first, but then when you tell him, hey, you know, we're going to fix it, well, okay. Nobody really gets mad about getting, you know, we're getting him a used engine, but he had 177,000 miles on the truck. We're getting an engine with 100,000 on it. So, I mean, he's getting an upgrade at the end of the day. Hey, Hannah, how are you? Dave says keep it big like this. What do you guys think? Should I break it up? I got two of them. Should I break one and keep the other one? Ugh. Ow. I really didn't mean to hit it that hard. It hurt so bad. Oh my God. I'm going to die. Accident number one. Oh, my son of a bitch. Good. You agree. Keep it. We'll see how bad my leg bruises. That was amazing. Sometimes I make me so proud of me. Today is not one of those days. That was not a moment that I was proud of me. Ooh. Quick, let's turn around. We can see her. Oh, that is the fastest you've ever gone up the stairs. Ooh. Ooh. This shirt makes me look huge, but I weighed myself today and I'm 210 pounds. Down from a year and a half ago, I was 297 pounds. I love eating dinner during my lives. Honestly, it's my favorite thing to make you guys watch me eat food. Maybe I should just start changing all my YouTube ones to dinner with dad. Okay, just one more bite. Dinner with dad. Of course, that almost seems sad. Somebody's like, I miss my dad. And then I don't measure up. What did I do? Too late, kid. I already hurt myself. Why are you congratulating me? Oh, because I lost weight. Thank you. I think more people have said keep them big, so we're going to keep them big. I like it. I can always buy more and break those, you know? Oh, God. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. That was scary. This had fallen in a way that it had wedged itself between the two panes of glass. Okay, I don't feel any indentations. But one wrong move, I could have actually just shattered my tank. That's tempered glass. Potential accident number 2. Maybe you guys are right about me. Nah. Nah. You guys aren't right about me. Ah! Was the fish in here? So the only reason I'm taking everything out is because I got to find that. There you are. I found you. You stay there. Net. Stay there. Come on. No, 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 no. This is for your own good. Thank you. There you are. I was upside down. That hurt my brain. Okay, don't jump out. That would make me sad. Okay, you're going to stay there. Oh, of course it's not pushing water. All right. So that's another male-female pair. But we got to find a place for them. Honestly, I think I'm going to put them with where I put the beta. It's a 20-gallon high. There's enough room. The beta will stay at the top. It'll be a good temporary fit for now. But I think that's where they're going to go for now because they have to get out of there. And, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll just move this over there. This will be how I kind of acclimate them into the water. And then we'll do a little bit more water. He's already looking better. Oh, look, food and zucchini. Nom, nom, nom. I'm starting to think that I might not get anything done. No, let's go. We're up to a roaring start. How's the chip in the 75 looking? I have one? I forgot where it was. Was it even this tank? No, it was this tank. Ah, there it is. Ow. 3. It's doing pretty good. You guys are gonna. What about the hexagon tank? That's not a bad call either. I have a female killifish in there who I really should rehome into another tank. She deserves a better life. She's probably living out her last 6 months. I could put her in the 20 long after I clean it. Put those guys down in there. Yeah, let's put her in the hex tank. I like that idea. I mean, we're going to put the pair blacks in the hex tank. Kat, if you have dreams like that, just don't tell me. Yeah, I think it might be better if I don't know those dreams. But I like that you have them because, I don't know, I'm in your head, I guess? I don't know. Oh my gosh. How many auto sinkless do I have in here? Apparently, a few. They're really mad at me because I'm moving the terracottas and they still think their eggs are good. So I'm going to kind of move that last to really just to keep them centralized. I can't really put the female killie in here because she'll eat all the eggs. And she can be a bit of a pester. Oh, God, don't drop it. My arm, it's so wet. I'm glad you guys like coming, hanging out. What's Steph up to? I really do hope you guys enjoy coming. I enjoy having you here. It's kind of the highlight of my night, you know? So thanks for coming. I'm falling. I didn't fall. I'm safe. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a good plant. That's a good plant. Now, I normally don't bother removing the old Catopole skeletons, but because I got all those tea bags, well, they weren't missing. I just found them, Tom. I thought they were missing, but now they're over there. Turns out I have a couple really bad bullies that they were hiding because every time they came out, they got threatened with bodily damage. So, just bit me. Yeah, I see you, okay? I see you. I hear you. I definitely feel you. I appreciate it, Miss Thing. We're not trying to... Sometimes I see little leaf skeletons like this, and I'm like, oh no, dead fish, but it's just a skeleton. So I'm kind of dripping all over the place here, though. I might have to bring out Emma's favorite mop. I know how much she loves it. Break up these little... And then what I have to do is if I see any If I see any good breakoffs of the water sprite, I have to grab those, and we're going to move those into the gold tank because we're getting rid of all those. I'm not a plant person. I don't know how to clean them off when they get that bad. And so they're just going to go away. And the water sprite is so readily available in this room that makes the most sense to me. Unfortunately, the Super Black was getting bullied, and she doesn't look very good. So, a little concerned for her health, quite honestly. But we're going to... Remind me, I got to get some water flow into this container here. I'm using this new little 1-watt Haiger pump that they sent me. That'll be a good test for it. It definitely was powerful enough to run the egg tumbler, but I don't know if it's powerful enough to run a breeder box, which is really what I wanted to use them for. But it said it was good enough for like a 3-gallon tank. Although I am asking a lot for it, because for it to be able to push the water up that tube it's a lot. It is such a small mop, and it's so annoying. It's quite possibly one of the worst mops ever created. But it's convenient. It works well for what I need it for. Okay, so how should we set this up? We're going to keep these big. I got to make sure I'm going to set them up differently because I don't want to run into the accidental. I don't want to have them accidentally wedged. That's actually kind of cool. I like it. We're keeping it. Put a little round rock down there. I kind of want to just put the other ones back in here, but see if there's any viables on here. Yeah, I just don't see any. Looks like they've actually picked through them and eaten them. Yeah, we're just removing it. It's sad. It was a good bunch too, but so here's what, when you're looking at, you see this bunch? Here's one thing that I look at a lot when I'm looking at it with eggs. This is a good example. You can kind of see that they're just scattered around. They're not really, there's not an order to them, and they overlap a lot, like right here. So when you're looking at these eggs, you can sometimes tell how viable they're going to be by how well the female lays the eggs. When they get really good at it, they start to lay very, very perfect rows. And then when they lay the rows, then the male comes by and he just has to swim across them in a row and fertilize them. When they're young and they don't know what they're doing, they overlap the eggs. And if the eggs are touching, then if one funguses, that fungus egg will cause the other eggs to go bad. And that's really what happened here. I mean, if you look at this thing, you can see that the eggs were overlapped in a lot of areas. So that's really why this went bad. The odds were stacked against them from the very beginning. From the very second row of eggs that she started making, the odds were not in her favor or their favor. I'm gonna So those are not viable. There wasn't a good one on there. I checked very carefully. Once it gets fungused up, not likely. That the fungus has already started because the egg has died. Something penetrated it, or it wasn't fertilized, and then once that fungus starts, it grows into the egg and just kills it completely. So, very unlikely. It's a good question, though. Oh God, there's a snail in there. I'll have to get him back in the water here in a second. That's all right. So I'm not letting them touch the glass. I'm propping them up like the old school rabbit trap you'd see on Bugs Bunny. Ah, I didn't know that about snake eggs. To turn back now. This, I actually love this. I love how this is. I should do this more often. Honestly, I love this. This might be my favorite thing I've ever done. Let me sneak this underneath here. There's enough room for me to get through there to clean it. That's amazing. I love this so much. This is really, really turning out. Now, see if I can help you guys see what I'm doing. If you want. So, kind of like made it like this whole little under shelf over area over here. And then what I can do, and then I got a, oh, come on. I got another one over here. Do I have, I don't really have any slate. I'm out of slate and I need more. But it's so spendy. I'm going to wait. Probably going to have to wait a couple weeks to get some slate, but that's fine. I think slate is probably my favorite thing. I just grabbed a random piece of wood. Look at this wood I just love. All right. I thought I had some, maybe I have it back here. I need more flat pieces. That's what I'm missing. I thought I had more. I usually have all of the rocks. And lately I have none of the rocks. I have like none of the things. I must have got really creative somewhere. I definitely have all of the big round rocks. If you long for all you want. Pretty like truth, show me love to that. What you love, what you show me love. Petrified. I don't really like grabbing stuff from rivers because of parasites, and you can't really boil rocks unless you want to make a bomb. Oh God, I'm gonna get restricted. Don't boil rocks. It's bad. They make explosive things happen. And I don't really know what the sanitation process is for rocks. So the sanitation process I use for rocks is buying them. That's my trick. Oh God, get out of there. We got to at least go in there with clean floors. Can't go in there looking all hobo-ish. We're trying to entice new tenants. Hey, I have more terracotta pots. Look, I have 3. No, these are too small. I'm sad. Ah! Will you long for? You. Oh yeah, I like that. Show me those many white flowers. Show me love. Stop biting me. You don't even have any eggs there. Ooh, but you got fungus on you. Yeah, it's because you're being a jerk and you're fighting. Ah, why? Explode equals more rocks. Well, yeah. Well, Cat, just put on your safety squints and everything will be fine. She is very interested in what I am doing. She's like, fucker. No wonder why you keep getting beat up. I really want it there. I'm stubborn now. Now it's a point of pride. Well, that really wasn't how I wanted it, but I like it. So we're leaving it there. All right. These rocks are staying out because reasons. That's not true. You're going to go right there. And then you're going to go. Where are you going to go? You're going to go over. Nope, you're staying out. Okay. This is sharp. Don't have that there. You could. Oh, God. Over 40. Don't do that. Okay. Blood rushing to my head. What do we think? Good? I'll show you closer in a minute. Cat, those are like nature's grenades right there. Cat's over here living. We used to invite the Grim Reaper to our campfires and then see what would happen. Ugh. Now I find a piece of slate. That's all right. I'm going to put it. No. Well, I don't think I need it now. Ah! Ah! Dang it. Dang nabbit. I'm just going to, I like it that way. I'm saving it. We're saving it. Okay. Let's fill it up. Let's see if it works. I mean, I've only bench tested it. I haven't actually tested it in action. This is how it broke the first time. Okay. It's dry! Woo! Okay. So I already threw some tea bags in. And I'm going to hang them from, I like to hang them from where the filter pushes water out, or tie them around that area. But these aren't really letting me do that. So we're just going to throw them in there. Let them soak. Yeah, to train your puppy. That's important. Do you know how many free pumps I got because people returned them because they didn't work and they just didn't know that they had to put them in the tank and prime them with water? Because once they go in an aquarium, we can't resell them. I did not mean to do that. Here we go. Yeah. Like I just fixed the system for them at work now. They're like, why'd you put a sump pump in there? I'm like, because I'm not dumping a cup at a time to fill the sump pump from the 50-gallon drum that I got to bring out. And they're like, but it'll seize up. I'm like, only if you shut it off. Don't ever shut it off. It will work forever. And if you shut it off and it seizes up, then go to the shelf and open another one. Well, Tucker, I'm on YouTube. That's different. Yeah. That's the biggest difference for me. We're a little less project oriented, I think. Actually, I'm probably trying to be a little bit more project oriented. But that's because there's not much I can do other than you guys sharing this live and getting it out to the masses, because I still want to grow my YouTube. I've always wanted to. So you can really help me with that by sharing this. I think that'd be great. Okay. Yeah. Or CLR. Can you do CLR? I would imagine you'd be able to, as long as you just, rinse it real good, right? Here's going to be the trick. I'm going to shut this off, and if water doesn't shoot everywhere, I'm happy. Uh-oh. It's leaking, though. It is leaking very slightly. Which is... Oh, I put the old one on. That was why I was replacing that one. That was what caused the whole problem, was that stupid shut-off valve. Well, we'll see. We'll shut it off. Nothing. Love it. It'll work. I'll just have to go through the process again, unfortunately. Just fill up the filter. This one I decided to run filter floss in. I don't know if it was a good idea. I'm not sure how much I'm in love with it, to be honest with you. But I did it. And so we're gonna stick with it. I think I put too much in there because the flow is lessened, but I can always fix that. But I don't want to pull any out until all of that shit is in there, you know? Cycled. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. One down, guys. Tom. No, I don't have more tanks. Do I? I did add a saltwater tank. I added a small 13-gallon saltwater, but you wouldn't see it from that angle. It's over there. We will go look at it in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up just a little bit more. And then we'll put the lid back on. How much did we change the water temperature with that water change? Good. We went from 83 to 79. So 4 degrees, which is a good difference. It's not too big for the small fish, and it's enough to make a difference for the rams. So now we're going to clean this one. This one I've been dreading. First, we're going to start by removing all of the plants, and then we're going to go around the room and we're going to find more plants. Hopefully the water sprite is spreading. We're going to release this guy. Oh boy, he is pretty. Let's look at him. You guys want to see him? You probably don't want to see him. Yeah, you probably don't want to see him. Here's the salt water. I gotta clean some. Oh, look at little crab. Little crab. Oh wait, that's my shirt. I love these crabs. I did plug in the filter and the heaters. And then we got some corals in here as well. Some GSBs in the back. We got a sand shifting starfish down here. Blue-legged hermit crab. Ocellaris clown. There's a goby in here too. There he is. Pop, pop, pop. Turbo snail. Now, isn't it cool on saltwater tanks? They have 2 feet split down the middle, so they like walk when they go. There's another hermit crab in here somewhere. I don't know where it went. I hope it didn't crawl out, but so I think it buried itself under this piece of coral, to be honest with you. But I'm not gonna fuck with it. If it wants to stay hidden, it wants to stay hidden. Boom, boom, boom. I found him a mate about the same size. We're gonna pick him up. We're gonna get him this weekend. It's gonna be amazing. All right. Here he is. What do you think? Did I pick good out of the bag? I mean, it's a him. Yeah, he's definitely not a double tail, and he's definitely not a crown tail. And why I say that is because crown tails is what was ordered, and they got like 50 betta, and not one of them was a crown tail. So that went well for them. I'm eating zucchini. Uh-oh. What did I do? No, I don't want to stop streaming. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Woo, we're back. It's hard for me to put my camera back in here when like all the controls are different on YouTube. It does have the appearance of glowing when you put them under proper. When you put them under here, let me switch the camera. When you put them under like proper lighting, so this is like the white light, and then when you do the night blue light, that's how the green looks. And then there's a lot of different colors too, like red, and that's what's so cool about saltwater. So this tank is pretty cool. We'll just do the light. We'll just scare the shit out of them. Well, here. Oops. So that's what they look like under the nightlight. Like fluorescence. A lot of them have like fluorescence and bioluminescence. I don't think any of the captivity ones have bioluminescence. I don't really know much about saltwater. But they definitely have fluorescence. Yeah. I definitely still prefer freshwater, but I mean, I absolutely enjoy me a beautiful saltwater tank. You know, when they're done right, they look so good. Like I don't think I'll ever be able to do one right, but you know, I like the little ones that I got. Well, I don't know, man. I guess it really depends on how much money you want to spend on a tank. Oh God, I'm so big. I never bought tanks from a website before, other than like Facebook Marketplace, but I don't think that counts. All right, we're gonna move this over here. We're gonna get my little rug over here. I gotta go shut off the pump because I do have a little bit of a leak on that on that thing. So, woo, Dragonstone. I just have rocks laying on the ground. I'm sure that's fine. Okay, shut that off. All right, I am going to take a bucket because we are just going to get rid of this plants, and then we're going to go shopping for some water spray. Jeremy, how's your water? Is Jeremy in here? Yeah, Jeremy, how's your water sprite looking? Tucker, you're living my dream, man. I I would be lying if I didn't say I wasn't a bit envious, and I can't wait to hopefully one day be able to visit it and support you and all your endeavors, man. That's awesome. Happy for you. I really am. Good for you. Now, I could definitely go through the hassle of cleaning this stuff off, but I gotta be honest with you, I just don't want to. Some of them, if I can brush it off like that, absolutely save that little sprig. What state are you in, Tucker? Yes, cat. Rock going on shelf. Okay. Rocks going on shelf. Sorry, Mom. Okay, my rocks are picked up. Yeah, my buddy Mason and I are talking about doing it. He's the one that I would be partnering with. He's a lot younger than I am, but he's a smart kid. Knows way more than I do about fish, especially saltwater. He says I know more than he does, but here I am always asking him for advice, so I feel like maybe he's just being kind. I just hate. I will never get fluval stratum again. Man, it really does a great job growing plants, but once it breaks down, it's just a mess. Look at how it just. Ow, that heater's hot. Like, all of this soil is just dusty now. Just dusty. Okay, guys, I need you to not jump out, okay? Do me that small favor. Remember when I capped? Remember I capped that side with the eco soil? You can always just name it after me, Tucker. You know, that way if I don't ever get my life, together. One day, my wife is waiting patiently. Maybe I put those blacks in here. What do you think of that? Do we not like that idea? See, look, you just touch the side, the eco soil on the other side. You just touch it, and you're fucked. I'm actually going to let it settle before I start siphoning, because I'm going to siphon with the gravel vac and just kind of go over the top and see if I can't clean some of that dust up. Did I get water moving for those rams? Oh yeah, I did. I started all the filters are running and the heat is on. Thanks for checking, man. Good looking out. Made me feel so good. I'm gonna eat some zucchini. You could name it Uncle's Monkey. Carry the 3. Yeah, that's close enough. Nice. I got one plant out of there I'm going to save. Uno. Dos. Only one. Uno. Jack Dempsey's always making noise. Ashton, Chase sent me a picture of a gold Jack Dempsey. Gold. That was being sold at the fish show that he was at. It just seemed unnatural. I like it. I like your automotive name. It has already been discussed that when Mason and I open up a shop that we'll name it Dad's Fish Room, he has categorically said no. And I don't even mind. I told him, it might not be named Dad's Fish Room, but everybody's going to call it Dad's Fish Room. So get used to it, buddy. And he laughed. I'm like, where do you think they're going to come from? That's right. Me. I'm just kidding. He is very smart in his own right. And there are people that already go to the store that he works at just for him. And I'm one of them. Always have been. I love when I see young kids like with a passion and that they run into somebody that feeds that passion. Like, I'm not saying I'm that person for him. He had somebody for that. And it's really blossomed into like a really, really cool thing to watch. Yeah, I agree, Emily, mommy. Yeah? I think it might have to do with the stigma you're talking about. I don't think people want to hear, "Oh, I was a recovering addict and this is what I decided to do." I think they'd rather just keep that stuff in the back of their mind, because what if that is the case? Then they're like, "Oh, great, thanks for the oil change," and then they never come back again. I mean, as hard as that is to hear, I think that there's a truth to that. That's just, and again, that's just, one guy's opinion. Oh, thanks, Mallory. I love you, Kat. I need to see this Venn diagram of kinks for scientific reasons. I'm just going to try to get this gross dustiness up off the surface. I'm not trying to really tap a whole lot because this stuff just gets up all up in your business. That already looks way better. And this is the good side. I gotta go to the bad side now, and I don't even tap it. I just go across the top, and that fine powder that it breaks down into. Oops, I almost forgot. Actually, more than almost. I totally forgot. Well, I can't see now. That would have been too easy. Okay, that's off. Heater's off. Okay, begin again. It wasn't where you were thinking, but it's where you are now. I hope it helps too. I mean, I don't know if that's the reason or not. I just know that, that can be a thing. If you're testing your water parameters and everything is perfect and you're having trouble with your fish, then maybe try taking the carbon out and running a filter floss, because I mean, it is known that the only reason I ever bring it up is because that one guy brought it up one time and it irritated me just the way he did it. But like I said, he wasn't all the way wrong. If you don't change it regularly, it can cause a problem. And if you have dirty fish, then you're going to change it more regularly. So I think that's why a lot of people don't like carbon, because it requires maintenance. And you know me, I'm in my tanks all the time. So well, you can change your user, but you're always going to be mommy to me. If you ever decide to gravel vac fluval stratum, just move slowly and lightly. This is like really the most you should ever tap it. It's not like regular sand. You don't really want to stir it up. The more you stir it up, the more it breaks down. And the more mess it makes. That's probably the best I've ever done, honestly. Oh, that was too big of a move. I spoke too soon. See how I just moved it and it just started shooting it up? Okay, I'm going to move away because I'm getting full on the bucket. I want to switch buckets. I giggle. Should I change it to daddy? Would that be better? I don't see any future bands. I don't see any bands in my future doing that. Not at all. Not one. I'm putting stuff back in here is going to be just as painstaking. This tank really needed it, though. Been voiding it like the plague. Almost done. It's just like a thick black fog on the bottom. And it's clogging up now. What's in there? Oh, yeah, something's clogging it. There it is. There's an Alden cone in there. Alder cone. I'm like, something's clogging this. My fault. I took the screen out because the screen gets clogged too easy. You're changing all your users. Mommy. Go back, hit a couple spots. All right, I like it. Perfect. You know, this is the first tank that I set up in this room when I first moved. It still has some of the white and blue substrate in there. It was just like white and blue sand. It was the only thing I had. I just wanted to put sand in there because I had to put fish in it. This thing housed about 50 fish right away when I got in here. And I had one tank sideways here, one tank at an angle there, one tank right there. There was no order because I didn't have any shelves yet. And I had to get the tanks down here. It was chaos. I don't know. I'll have to see if I have any old pictures of it because it was honestly a disaster and terrifying. It's come a long way since then. Just so I can take it all down again. Ugh, just hate to think about it. But you know, c'est la vie, such is life, or something like that, right? Ah. Ah! Damn it. I forgot to put this in the sink. Started pouring water into my water reserve. Thank goodness the shutoff valve worked. Got a little bit in there, but that's okay. to get the fluval stratum out. I don't know if there is. I'm just going to cap it again with another bag of because that stuff's been in there now. What has it been, like 3 weeks since I capped it? So I'll just cap the other side now next weekend. Oh, shit. That's still plugged in? What did I... No. There we go. Oops. Whole time I had the filter running. I had a lot of stuff running, actually. That's only 100% annoying. So, like a small percentage. All right. Ugh. Somebody was down. Somebody moved all my buckets. Like, I never used to hit them. And I came in here, I tripped over 2 of them today, and I've been tripping them over all day. Like, somebody moved my buckets. And I am not at all happy about it. Just shut off the motor on that. Okay, so I think we're going to try to lay down the rock first. Will I gut the tank when I move? I don't know. I still don't even know where I'm moving. Gotta find. Anybody know any good realtors in Minnesota? Some good, forgiving realtors? That would be what I need. Almost. Close. No cigar. Bye, cat. Yes. Pay attention to the sun, not the one in the sky. That might be where you hold them, though, because, that would be okay. I haven't fed these guys yet, have I? Oh, okay. Let's put this together, and then we'll feed them. And what time is it? We got that other tank. We'll do that tomorrow. So we'll get this together, and then we'll feed. All right. Ooh. Have I stopped talking? Yes, I have. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should probably do that, huh? Move those Rams. I think that's where I want them. Is in the hex. This is just kind of turning into a pish posh. I don't like this at all. Feel like I'm rushing it. I totally am. I'm rushing this because I looked at the time. Sometimes they just like corners, so I like to put rocks in the corners because they feel safe there. So if you just put rocks in the corners and then just kind of surround them, it makes them feel good. Kind of like gives them their own little spot. And so once we get some plants in here, it'll look a lot better. It will. I have hope. And then we'll run this. I'll go move the Rams into the 20. I get that way. Sorry. It's Sleep Token tonight. We were on the third album tonight. The third album is over. Ugh. Look at all this duckweed, though. So much of it. Oh my God, that is such a long piece of. There's some plants on this. There's one. I'm just gonna have to go through and duckweed control tomorrow while let it settle today. There's 3. This plant isn't in great shape. Man, I think I've kind of let this tank go. I need somebody to sponsor it. Ooh, look at this. This is that's a pretty plant. I don't know what this is, but it's got really good roots and it's nice and red. And it's been growing. Looks like it's been growing just fine in there. I think we're going to give that a shot in here. See what it does. No? Yes. See what it does. Watch out. Then let's see what else we got in here. What else do we have in here? It's not all water sprite, but here's a big twig of water sprite. Here's another one. I don't know. The more I look at this tank, the less I want to put the rams in here. The more I think I should have put the beta in here, to be honest with you. I got a good starter plants though from this tank. So that'll be good. Put that in. Start plugging in the shit. So you asked what we were listening to, and I said Sleep Token. Did you like it? Well, there you go, Chris. You want mine? I got to do some. I think I'm going to. This will be algae. This will be duckweed control tomorrow. This could be the whole project tomorrow. We're going to get rid of all this duckweed. There's other plants in here too, besides water sprite. But man, the duckweed is real. All right, for those concerned, I have filtration running. I have lights on. I have everything on. And the tank already looks tons better. So I'm happy. Love that red plant. That's originally from that tank. We're not going to fill it up all the way because jumpers. Although I think we got the jumpers out. Yeah, I think the Rams for now. I think they're going in here, and the reason they're going in here is because I need to watch that female. That female, I may not actually take her out of here. She's not doing great. She really got beat up. So I don't, and then the Hex, they're going to get lost. And I basically been drip acclimating them in this the whole time by running that filter. So, yeah, they're staying in there because of that. The Hex might be better for them, but I really got to keep a close eye on her. You know, I already had one black get killed. I moved one into that tank. I got one in that tank. So I still have 3, but she doesn't look well. I'll show you. I don't like the way she's swimming. Oh, yeah, she's beat up. Yeah, she's beat up pretty bad. She's got fungus on the side. She's got an injury. All right, we got this guy over here. He just came in. So me medicating this whole tank is actually good for all of them, to be honest, because he hasn't been quarantined. I mean, they come in medicine, but I mean, I don't really make a habit getting fish that soon. So we're going to actually remove the charcoal and we're going to medicate this tank. And that charcoal needed to go anyway. So it was ready. Now, what are we going to, I'm out of arrhythma. So we're gonna treat it with methylene blue. That's what we're gonna do. Now we're also so I don't know if you've ever worked methylene blue before, but it takes no victims when it touches you. It stays on. And does not really does not release itself. So this is how we're gonna do it. So if you ever never treated with methylene blue, this is an antifungal. It is what I use to keep fungus off of the eggs, but it also can be used as a medication to aid in general disease prevention, detoxification of fishies suffering from nitro or cyanide poisoning, and for use as a prophylaxis against fungus infections of fish spawns, eggs, 10 drops per gallon. So we got a 20-gallon tank. It's going to turn everything blue. So this is what we're going to use. A Hex saltwater tank would be pretty good. Somebody deleted a message. Yeah, I like Lorna Shore. I know he's done, the singer from them has done some covers of Sleep Token. So to give you an idea, That's what methylene blue does. Now I got to be very careful not to drip it onto the ground. Oops, fail. Actually, it fell on my computer chair the floor cover, so we're good. But now I got to rinse it off, and I just rinse it off in the sink without thinking. So, yeah, we're fucked. Actually, it's going down pretty good. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Dirty towel. And we'll just wrap it up, shut that off, wipe. And then we'll get steel wool because it's the only thing that's going to go fucking out. But while I was gone, I got a saltwater tank. You see that? I don't have any goldfish Christian's pets. Welcome to the room. Yeah, he's a really good singer, man. He really is. So we're treating them all with methylene blue. Like I said, it's not going to hurt the healthy fish. We got the brand new fish that hasn't been quarantined yet, but we do have the other one that needs treatment. And then we're also, because it's good and natural, some catappa leaves. We're going to get some good antioxidants, in there to help them out. No, Mallory, I treated this tank with methylene blue, so it made it look like a saltwater tank. But that's a freshwater tank that I just turned blue with medication. And then now that we got these guys in here, oops, I dropped one behind the thing. I dropped one on the floor because I'm a bad thrower. So we got a couple tea bags in there. One went back there. I don't want to grab it right now. Too much bending. You know, have you ever seen him on the Charismatic Voice, which is like a YouTuber who she's an opera singer or used to be an opera singer or still is? I don't know if she still is or not, but she does a lot of reactions to bands that she hasn't heard before. And I actually kind of like her. Yeah, Mallory, it's very similar. They're from the same region. So the tannins of the Mopani wood are very, very beneficial. My only problem with Mopani wood is I feel like it makes everything really, really dirty. But it looks really, really cool. So it's like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't with it, in my opinion. So I said I was going to feed everybody, so I'm going to feed everybody before I go. It's kind of a late meal. I'm not going to feed everybody then. I'm just going to feed the breeders. Did you guys see the video of the baby? Yeah. Hey, Dan, what's up, man? Oh, I don't know if you're the Dan I'm thinking of, but either way, how are you doing? It does, Mallory. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's gorgeous. You get a nice piece of wood. There is nothing better, man. You are? Sweet. How you been, man? How's the family? You're living in Woodbury? I know. I watch you on the Face of Books. Book of Face. Or is it Instagram? I don't remember. It's one of them. You're not on there a lot either way. Maplewood. Okay. Oh, yeah. Out by the old bar I used to bartend over at the Myth. Yeah. I spent some time there. Oh, my gosh. Did I ever. Yeah, I'm back in my, I guess you could say hometown, Richfield. We got to get some tannins in there for those plecos. Chase specifically requested tannins in his plecos, so I got to make sure I put a whole lot of those in there. And then we'll feed everything. Thanks for being patient with me, guys, every night. Dan, I'm usually on TikTok. A lot more going on TikTok. But I said some controversial stuff, I guess. So I got a 7-day ban. Not allowed to talk about diabetic feet. I know that now. I'll be on here all week. So yeah, it'd be good to see you. It's good to see you. I have some pothos fully submerged in Cat's Blue Dream Tank. Let's feed these guys the electric blues. Those rummy nose are really starting to get some color. I like that the electric blues are starting to become a little bit more socialized. Just starting to pop their heads out a little bit more. Big fat emerald jade shrimp. Got some more over here. I'm just waiting for those 3 buried ones to let loose. Little margarita snail. Look at it. Full grown baby. I haven't played video games since I started going live, which was just in time when I accidentally paid for a full year of World of Warcraft. So here I am wasting a subscription. Look at the size difference. Blueberry snails are just wicked. Dan, I don't know if you know this about blueberry snails, but they need a male and a female to reproduce, unlike some snails which are asexual. And then once they spawn, they actually carry the fertilized eggs inside an embryonic sac, and they release one fully developed baby snail once every 1 to 3 weeks. I mean, just trisexual? Maybe. Maybe. And then black rams over here, which I only have 2 in here. Somehow they got the biggest tank. I might have to make some adjustments, quite honestly. We got to feed our CPDs. We got one that doesn't look so good. I'm going to pull out this spawning mop tomorrow to see if maybe I have some eggs from the rainbow fish. That would be pretty cool. And then I got to order some more spawning mops. Takes 3 to tango. And then we got a couple. I mean, these guys are ready to spawn. We just need them to get to it. So in this tank, we got some black rams, some neon tetras, some rainbow fish. We got some chili rasboras. We got Charlie, the crown-tailed beta back there. We got some huge Amano shrimp. And then we have some bamboo shrimp and some African dwarf frogs in here. It's a fun little tank. And then we got our one little lonely pea puffer here who needs friends. We should maybe I should get him a lot of plants and some friends. I don't know. And then we have the assassin little baby Jack Dempsey over here. is the reason why Jack and Diane's last batch of fry didn't work. I'm trying to breed the yellow forktails, so we'll see what happens. We got one female killifish who's not doing so good. Like I said, look, she was living at her end of her life here and just trying to let her live peacefully. We got a bunch of snails in here, mystery snails, and then my exile discus black rams. There's Blackie. There's Red. He's still alive in here. And then the L177 gold nugget pleco in his tree, where he always is. He's so boring. And then we're going to go ahead and feed these guys. And then this tank is getting a proper cleaning tomorrow. And I mean proper. And then we have the Blue Dream shrimp tank over here. Keep an eye on the side walls every night. We're going to check them. I have a feeling we're going to start seeing some babies in there pretty soon. Yeah, I'm excited about that too, Mommy. I think that is going to be one of my more exciting projects. And then this is one of the salt waters you guys saw earlier. So Charlie's actually doing great in this planted tank. He's back there if you can see him. He's doing great. He kind of roams around the back, and every now and then he comes up and says hi. So yeah, it really worked out. We'll see how the other one works out. And then lately, I'm actually thinking about putting all the discus back together. Lately, they've been really... I don't even see them. Oh yeah, they're hiding. Lately, they've just been hiding. Like, remember when they used to come out all the time? So I think not having the discus has been kind of like a sad thing for them. I don't think that they've really enjoyed it. So I think because I'm short on time with them anyway, breeding them to a sellable size at this point isn't really in the cards. I think I'm just going to put them all back together. We'll do that tomorrow, and then just kind of re-normalize that social that social group that they had to begin with. So they really are a social fish. So we really just need to get them back together. I think it's going to be a lot better for their health. But it's 10:40, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to take off, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Obviously, you already know we have stuff planned for tomorrow. We'll take care of that tank. We'll move some discus. We'll take care of this tank. And then if we can get to it, we'll take care of the planted tank as well. So you guys all have a great night. Dan, thanks for popping in. It was really good to see you. Love it when I see old friends that I haven't talked to for a long time. So thanks for coming in, and everybody have a good night. Have fun. See you tomorrow, man. Thank you.